Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're wrong, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Some viewers may find the following.
And welcome back to Around the Blocks with Mike Knoxxx. When the last time y'all heard me say Around the Blocks with Mike Knoxxx? Welcome to the show, the pros, ayatollahs, and rock and rollers. You know what it is. Oh, listen. All right. All my pleasantries ain't here today, okay? So, yes, we are talking about Survivor Series. We're going to dive into it. It's the 39th annual Survivor Series. Aren't you excited? Yay! But then we had AEW Full Gear this past weekend, and let's talk about that as well. I want to talk about it. That's what everybody else was talking about. I want to talk about it too. But before we talk about any of that, and how the hell did I get switched? Before we talk about any of that, that's weird. Okay. Before we talk about any of that, I got to say this right here, right now, because y'all think I'm a punk. Y'all think, now, you know what? I'm sorry. That's not even right. Mama, please forgive me for the things I may say to people like Vaughn, people like Craig, people like all the Giant fans out there, or Cowboy fans, shall I say. I'm sorry. That's how much y'all irrelevant to me. And here's the thing. It ain't like the Eagles. Like I still got my hat on. I ain't gonna, what? I ain't no punk. Okay? I'm from the south side of Chicago. All right? My daddy's from Philly. P-H-I-L-L, period. Okay? Ain't nobody afraid of you. Okay? I just want Cowboy fans to understand this. And not even Cowboy fans. That's not even fair to all them trash people. Okay? Because I've been to Dallas. And every store I saw, I spit on. Okay? I went into your stadium wearing a Randall Cunningham jersey and got respect. Okay? But before I get into wrestling, let me just say this to the Cowboy fans I know. So I'm going to name them again. Junior, Folks, Craig Harris. Yeah, I said your whole damn government. Okay? Vaughn. King Vaughn, Jr. 301, King Vaughn, you know him, 301's Victorious Ones podcast, the Mike Knoxxx Show for the last 10 years. You can catch him every single Thursday. You know that guy backstage who I'm not sure if he's going to have a segment or he ain't going to have a segment today, all right, because the gear he got on. And the other ones, I don't even want to say your name because you're that much beneath me because you're not a friend of me. You have Android energy. So what is Android energy? You got, excuse me, mama, you got little dick energy. Here's the thing, okay? I don't never text y'all when my team beat your team, when your team loses. And I get it. Eagle fans do that. That's y'all. That's them. But me, this is Mike you talking about. Yeah, I know I talk shit every Monday at 6 p.m. for the last 16 years, over 3 million episodes. I get that. Somebody said, who is he? I don't know. Google me. You will find out. The Mike Knoxxx Show, talking about wrestling. But right now, I'm cussing out Cowboy friend fans. Okay? I don't ever text you. I don't flood your inboxes. Would we win a game against you? You know why? You know why? I'm going to tell you why. I don't like to be trolled because I'm trollable. You see my energy right now, right? This is big dick energy right here because I got an iPhone, okay? But you Android using mother suckers, all right, are out here happy about a win you should be happy for. Granted to you, congratulations. This ain't about the game at all. This is about y'all behavior towards your boy. Over a game, I don't do this to y'all. Why do this to me? But it's okay. I digress. I'm still rocking my hat and let's talk some wrestling, y'all. Listen, this is the Mike Knoxxx Show, y'all. Come on, get in where you fit in, because if you're not fitting, Vaughn, you know I'm gonna say, Vaughn, right? That's on them, right? If she's not happy with your performance, a road chew, a blue chew, a honey pack ain't gonna help you. Blame your daddy, okay? Because I'm a natural born hustler. I get it from my father, okay? So let me digress. Today, Vaughn, I want to break down this question, right? Because it's Survivor Series. We're supposed to be hype. And some people are out there are hype, right? Some people will say, Mike, you're a bad father. And I would say to you, do you got a Wicked Cup? If you ain't got a Wicked Cup, because you took your girls to go see Wicked, the number one movie in the world, don't tell me I'm a bad father, okay? So I'm saying that to say, it ain't my fault Michaela Wonders is not excited about the Survivor Series. She has a brand of her own. I'm still excited come Saturday at 7 o'clock. Why? Because I'm a wrestling fan. Shout out to the Wrestling Marks of Excellence, who coined the term mark in a different, respectable kind of way, right? I'm a mark. I'm a mark for my Eagles. I'm a mark for Superman. I'm a mark for Spider-Man. We all a mark. I'm a mark. You a mark. Would you like to be a mark too? Okay, so I'm excited for Saturday. Now, granted, I don't know why the fuck I'm hyped for it. Okay, I'm more mad I can't go to Virginia to see my grandson's number one birthday because I have to work for the person that actually pays the bills around here, not the one that, pays the subscriptions around here. Okay, so we say, all right, you want to give in more money to Mike Knoxxx so we can blow this thing up a little bit better? Please like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff on they say you're supposed to do when we're live. Okay. And you can send gifts and things now. Like, you know what I mean? You can do all that good stuff. I finally opened up my palate a little bit to things, Vaughn. Okay. So I want you to come in right now because I am excited about Survivor Series because it's 39. I've been around for all 39 Survivor Series. You know what I mean? So in a sense, I missed it when it came out actually on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve, right? It gave us something different to watch for. It gave us something different to look forward to doing. But I haven't been happy with the booking. Hell, look at the Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac Shakur, Pipe Bomb 2.0, Never Seen 17, Cena. My Time Is Now tournament. Look how they gonna just fuck Melo again tonight, y'all. I'm sorry, Melo. I'm sorry, man. I love you. And they say, did he just say he loved Melo Hayes? Yes, I did. Why? Mike Knoxxx, who are you voting for?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
And if I get one more you idiots to tell me he's not black, he is. I'm sorry, so Carmelo Anthony's not black because he had some Puerto Rican in his blood? I'm sorry. If your daddy black, then you black. You put a little bit of drop of black paint in with some white paint. And what the fucking color is that paint? It ain't white. Okay. Now, y'all didn't hear Vaughn drop that gym backstage, but that was funny. Had me laughing with his damn cowboy jersey on and an Emmitt Smith jersey at that. He better go back to dancing with the stars because they ain't dancing in the Super Bowl this week. That is a fact. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get out my football mode. All right. But I'm excited for today. I'm excited for what wrestling has to bring to the masses. Because it's a good time and wrestling's good and there's competition, right? There's competition. Why you think Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore? Because Netflix came along. GameFly tried to do the same thing they did, like rent a video game, but we all know everybody stole all those video games, right? So GameFly went out of business. But Netflix survived, right? AEW, to me right now, Vaughn, it's doing more than surviving, right? So I asked a question. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Is WWE getting worse? No, think about that for a second. Is what I'm watching every Monday, every Tuesday, every Friday, every PLE, is it getting worse? Or is AEW simply getting that much better. And I know here's you already know what's gonna happen, Vaughn. I'll be honest with you. I'm a keep it a Wilt. All right, as Coach P would say, I'm gonna keep it a Wilt. And if folks are like, who the fuck is Wilt Chamberlain? 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a bean. All right, no cap. Okay, if you're not liking AEW, it's okay. It's okay. But if what they did this past Saturday night, which I didn't watch live, let me keep it fair, I forgot the shit was on. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? When I found out it was actually on, I was like, well, I'm not gonna pay for it. Why am I not gonna pay for it? Hey, Tony Khan, no offense towards you. You know why it's easy to watch WWE products? Because they're on things I can just click on right away and watch without having to pay $30 for them. Okay? It's really that simple. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry. Okay? But I will be at what we got coming up here in Atlanta. A Dynamite episode December 10th, which, by the way, is 3 days before, our illustrious Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, Tupac Shakur Cena ends his run at Saturday Night Main Event. But I digress, okay? I say all that to say, if what they pulled off on Saturday night, which I saw Sunday afternoon, getting ready for this game, making my chicken, which was delicious, by the way. I had this great plateau, Vaughn. I was the spread was amazing. Had the white Remy, and we fucking lost. But right as I'm watching, as I'm getting ready for the game, I'm watching AEW because people text me. People do that, right? Like. Not just like you losers that text me and I love you, that text me when my team loses. And everybody I'm talking about, I love them, by the way, all right? I love them enough. I can say this to them and they're not getting offended like you might like, oh my God, he's so angry. Actually, Mike Knoxxx is the most caring person you fucking ever know. I just carry an attitude with it, okay? But they're texting me, they're inboxing me, oh my God, this is great. I'm thinking in my head, yeah, okay, whatever. Y'all always say everything AEW does is great. Everything AEW does is great to y'all. They don't do nothing bad. But that's not true. But again, I go back, Vaughn, and I'm asking a question. Is the WWE getting worse? I said it earlier, and I dozed off of it to make a joke that maybe it didn't stick for you, but that's okay. It stuck for me. And that is it getting worse? I called for everybody so far, Vaughn, except for Dolph Ziggler, who I'm a huge fan of. You've been with me for 10 years, almost 12 years now. I'm a huge Ziggler fan. I named would be in this tournament thus far. Didn't have the bracket necessarily right, but I said these participants would be in the bracket. Now, people are disappointed right now in the WWE, right? There's so much. I see your comments. I got you coming up real fast. One moment, I'm almost done. So please like, follow, subscribe, and share this show, please. Even if you don't like the show, fucking hit the like button. It ain't like it's gonna hurt your feelings. Okay? they can figure out the rest later, Vaughn. Okay. So why is Mellow Hayes? Tell me why Mellow Hayes is going against Gunther. We know Gunther's going to whoop his ass. So I pros WWE being racist a few months back. Shout out to Wally from Urban Sports Center says, don't say that word's a tough word. It is a hard word, right? And after further review, it's a word I'm going to choose to use when it comes to them until they prove to me otherwise. Okay? And I don't mean to say that. That's just my truth. If you don't like it, listen anyway. Okay? They showed me racist tendencies. We know damn well Javon Evans wasn't beating Gunther. No offense. We know damn well. And that Melo's not winning against Gunther tonight. But you know what my son said? Because my son is that wrestling fan that I love to be, and I think all wrestling fans should be. Shout out to little Mike. I don't even call him little Mike. So you know what I mean? Shout out to the second, okay? Who said, you never know, Dad. And you're right. I don't know. I know that I know, but it ain't final. How about that? All right. I know that Mellow Hayes ain't beating Gunther, because I know this, because they're going to have Gunther win this thing to say he beat Cena and Goldberg in the same year. I mean, it's a hell of a fucking push. I cannot disagree with it. However, I don't give a fuck. Okay, it should be somebody up and coming. No Oba Finney in this thing. Like, same as getting this whole thing is a debacle. So I'm going to talk about that as well. Why do we give a damn about Survivor Series when they have done nothing to hype us up? You bring back AJ Lee? Okay. I thought she was naturally 2 and done. What's this? Once in a lifetime that turned into twice in a lifetime that may turn into 3 in a lifetime? We don't know in this lifetime what it's going to be. Comments. What's going on? Jeffrey, how you doing, my brother? Survivor Series is all predictable. Wondering about Is that Michaela Wonders? Okay, that is. All right. Grand Body P from the UK. I'm excited for the Survivor Series. Matter of fact, they had a review show today. Make sure y'all check that out. Make sure I get that link. Also, Grand Body P in the chat so we can share that. But won't be watching live for the greater. You still black, damn it. You still black, damn it. What's going on, DC? Oh, he changed his name. Oh, he's watching on YouTube. Okay, Hollywood 415 DC the Collector. Good day, brother Knoxxx. Hello to all Knoxxx land. Listen, see, I love that brother. I love that man. Shout out to him and his family. I hope they're all doing great out there as well. Grand Body Pete checks back in. I think WWE be getting worse only because the prices. Listen, that's just all right. You ever watch The Walking Dead? Like, my wife won't watch The Walking Dead. She says the zombies bother her, the noise they make, all that shit, right? And I tell her, the zombies in The Walking Dead, if you know The Walking Dead, it's an afterthought. The world they live in is the real story of The Walking Dead. The walkers they're like cockroaches when the light come on that you better not get bit by. You know, it's nothing that we didn't know in the Robert Teller home projects that my uncles didn't grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the hallway smell like piss. Somebody's dead in the corner. There's a rat. That's the hood. Okay, so moving on. What the fuck happened to for real? For real? Did you just really fucking? You know what? Oh, shit. Wow. Okay. I answered the question because I got balls the size of grapefruits. What happened to the Eagles for real? Had them picked to win, up 21-0 in the first quarter. First of all, it was, so what? Okay? Shit happened. Saquon ain't the same. And I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. You want to ask me this on a wrestling show, a football question. What happened to the Eagles? Mekhi Becton happened to the Eagles. Jensen being hurt happened to the Eagles. Lane Johnson being hurt happened to the Eagles. What makes any good football team? I'm going to leave it right here. The defensive line and the offensive line. If you control those, you control football. We don't control the offensive line no more, so he gets blitzed 37% of the time. There ain't shit he can do. Moving on. All right, damn it. I'm trying to talk wrestling. All right. I wouldn't say WWE is getting worse. It's just that they are coasting and figuring out what to book in certain stories. See, that's the part, Jeffrey, I call cap on. And I'm going to be honest with you. They're coasting and figuring out. Do you really have time to coast? Why are they coasting? What are we coasting for? Right? I'm the ultimate give a reason for why WWE, because they have the talent. Hands down, to me, they have the best talent in wrestling and the bigger stars. I'm going to say that. Okay? I will say that. I'm more of a fan of WWE than AEW. But AEW is grinding my gears, no pun intended, towards full gears this past Saturday. Okay? But they don't have time to coach. Triple H has been charged for almost 2+ years at this point. What are we coasting for? Will Survivor Series be better than AEW Full Gear? I wonder. That's the question, and that's where I will go, because it can somewhat be unfair to AEW. And that's why I was going earlier when I had mentioned, Vaughn, of some of the things that happened in AEW. If it had happened at WWE, everybody would be going crazy about it. Okay? And that's what I want to turn my attention to right now. And that is into the Full Gear pay-per-view to start off the show with. All right? Vaughn, let me know how we look on YouTube. Everything looks good. Anything look grainy there? So, okay, great. So, focusing on Full Gear, I thought it was a good pay-per-view. I actually thought it was above a good pay-per-view. It was, other than what AEW does, which, let's just be honest, your pay-per-views are still too goddamn long. Okay? Nobody has time for no 5-hour to 6-hour pay-freaking-per-view. I'm sorry. On a Saturday night, I get you say, well, boxing pay-per-views last that long, but no one checks into 11:30, 12 o'clock, if you really know how you're talking about. Same for UFC. Nobody's watching the preliminaries. They have a lot of preliminary shit that happens in AEW. I'm gonna just say that. Okay. So there are some things though, to me, that really, really dominated AEW. And this is one of them. And I'm gonna pause the meter, stop the drilling, stop the oil right here, right now. There will be no Mercedes Moné slander any longer on any platform Mike Knoxxx speaks on. So if you have a show that wants Mike Knoxxx and you're going to diss Mercedes Moné, just prepare to have the wrath of a 50-year-old man wrestling fan who loves him some black girl magic. Okay? If y'all don't understand, this is the part that gets me, Vaughn, right? All you really hear is how terrible she is, how bad her storylines are. Everything other than her talent. How is she pushing the next people along? I'm going to tell you, because I had to write this down, Vaughn. All right. The beauty of her whole entire storyline right now, okay, is that she can win up every single title, but the one that she wants the most. Put that in perspective. She has 14 titles. We call her 14 belt Monet. Ultimo Monet, the greatest women's wrestler today. I'm sorry, Charlotte Flair's still there. Yo, what y'all thought I was gonna just bust another on my screen for? Come on, she ain't my wife out the shower. Put your minds out the gutter. I love the girl, but today she's the greatest female wrestler in the business. Okay? What is she putting over? Every single female she wrestles. Every single one. Don't you sit here for a moment and come to me or talk to me about past, present, future, current. I love Goldberg. I love the Ultimate Warrior. I love Brock Lesnar. I love Jonathan the Razor Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the Goat Hill, 2 Bucks and Core Pipe Bomb, never seen 17 Cena. They all went on some undefeated streaks for the longest time. They all collected where they went. No, there wasn't 14 for him to collect because that's not how Vince did it. He didn't have to go to other promotions to put himself over because he knew what his promotion had, and he's the WWE, and the WWE can do what they want to do. So like as Tony said, just go ahead and book that shit and stop talking all your shit's naive. Okay? Simple as that. But Mercedes Moné deserves your credit. If you're booking this in her running in, if anything, what has she not done? Take on Athena and take Athena's belt. I have her go to Ring of Honor world title and lose that one. Why? Because it's still associated with AEW. And I still say, even if you have her win that title, the one belt 14 belt Monet can't get that you punk asses refuse to give her credit for is that TNA world title, women's championship. And to me, that lies the story, Vaughn. To me, that shows you what I see before my eyes. When I look at Mercedes Moné, I see the struggle that other people don't see because you see her success. But the success she has, even you, the fans, don't want to give her the credit because she's the JCW champion. She's the HOG champion. And you may not know these promotions, but if you're in that area, that's their main title. Indie wrestling is the bloodline of professional wrestling. So does she not get a lot of the same energy to go to these other promotions that are the bloodline for these companies and dominate and own? This is 14 belt Monet, who may by the end of it have 17 titles at one time. Beat that, John Cena. Okay? This girl deserves it all, and I think she's putting on a hell of a performance. I think her storyline arc is amazing, and I think y'all should really just, get up off her back. All right? I'm just saying it like that. Get up off her damn back. There's the link that he posted for the show. Thank you, Grand Body P. I got billboards in the UK, y'all, with my logo on it. Fuck, man, y'all better get out of here talking about you better than Mike Knoxxx. Well, I ain't never heard such malarkey in my entire life. Vaughn, they better than the Mike Knoxxx Show. You know what? I'm sorry.
Look at me. I want you to fire me, you fucking Mark.
Do you know what Mike Knoxxx does?
I gotta say, for any hip-hop fan, the beats are incredible, the lyrics are incredible, it's hip-hop.
John Cena is the man. He's what we want to hear.
Chain Gang showed up. That's love. Y'all are gonna be on SmackDown. Make some noise.
Let's not ever forget who started this belt king shit. Okay? I started this shit, and this is the motherfucking thanks I get. It's okay. It don't even hurt my feelings. Shout out to King Coley, nephew Corey, DC, the belt collector. Y'all all got more than me now. It's okay. I'm glad to be that man to lay the pipe. Pause. For y'all to have this world of wrestling title. It's okay. I've been doing this thing for over 20 years, Vaughn. Magazines, front page at WWE.com. Like, this is what I do, man. They're like, this man is very cocky. Who the hell is this? Mike Knoxxx. Hashtag Google me. Okay. Now, also, we got the return of Swerve Strickland on Saturday, Vaughn. Okay. And I got to say this, man. Having Swerve come back was huge for AEW. Okay. It needed it to me, right? Having him go against Joe and non-Hangman Page, I think it's also brilliant booking, because some would say, oh, I'm tired of him always going against, that's his nemesis, right? That's his foe. Excuse me while I drink from my beautiful Elphaba cup here from the movie Wicked. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. I've seen it. All right. I love that movie. I thought the songs were better in the first one than the second one, but the movie was better this time around. I love it. Excuse me, I have to get a little beverage in me, right? But not Swerve coming back with Joe. Joe looked completely shocked in all of this, Vaughn. I thought was also another dope remedy of this storyline that continues. I thought, like, this is how you do it. Now, I won't lie. There was some good and some bad, okay? And I do think that there's winners and there's losers in this thing, Vaughn, okay? And this part, I can't help but be the WWE fan in me, because there was some things I personally would not have done there. But again, that's fantasy booking. That's not winner or loser. There's no right or wrong answer with any of this thing that happens, okay? So I want that to be known. This is just Mike Knoxx's opinion. You know, hell, you may hate it, Wicked. I loved it. You know what I mean? I think Friday Night Lights is one of the greatest movies of all time. You may didn't think so, okay? But we had the AEW Tailgate Brawl. All right, Juice Robinson and Austin Creed wins that match. You have, start off that, you had the Don Callis fan. Listen, the CMLL World Trio Championship was on the line. Okay, things I don't need to watch. I did highly enjoy Pac versus Darby Allin, though. Oh my God, I love that one. Then we had the four-way match. Winner picks the stipulation for the AEW Women's Tag Team Tournament. That took place. You had the AEW Tag Team FTR took on Brody King and his guy. You got new World Tag Team Champions there. You got the Gauntlet of the Casino Gonna get the first ever AEW National Champion Ricochet pins Kevin Knight, who I got a scheduled interview for coming up. Getting ready for AEW. I got an interview coming up with Kevin Knight for you AEW fans that are out there. Kenny Omega and my boy Jack Perry's son, okay? They come back. They defeat the Young Sucks. I love the Young Bucks. I just like the fact that Chris called them the Young Sucks. That's just one of my things, right? But overall, Vaughn, there were things in this thing that I thought was amazing. Again, it's just their pay-per-views, man, are just so freaking long, Vaughn. They're just so long. So long. Getting back into the comments. Let's see here. AEW had matches. W was the trigger. Let's go back a little bit more. Okay. All right. So we caught right here. So we got Kevin May back with Vaughn, with Jeffrey. That's true. They should be all cylinders for Survivor Series. You got Travis Smith. WWE has the bigger, more notable stars. AEW has the better show and matches. But I'm a fan of storyline, and I think wrestling is storyline. So I get why a lot of times with wrestling fans, there's a big, separation. People say, well, no, I want to see the matches. Travis is the guy who wants to see the matches. Brandon chimes in. AEW had too much interference at Full Gear that can make appeal look bad. See, and that's, again, that's a nitpick of a fan, right? And that one, Brandon, I can see your point, 100%. I continue. She's going to crash out. That's one title she can't win, and that's the fun part of me with Ultima Monet is that title she cannot win. Monet's storyline is freaking awesome. I thought she was going to win for sure. So did I. I thought for sure after winning the Hog title she was going to win. Best that side she didn't win the AEW Women's title right now. 100% fire. And of course we got the Z is silent, but he never shuts his mouth saying stop it. I'm sorry. Did you just tell me to stop it? You stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, come on now. You just never liked the girl. I sometimes with you, Mr. Dice Man, I wonder, do you like wrestling? That's not WWE because you watch the shit more than me. You watch it a lot more than me. All right. If I'm prone to having to watch Raw, SmackDown, because it's what I've known for 40 years of my life. What's your excuse with AEW? If you don't like the shit, don't watch the shit. But also get if you don't like something that's happening, you don't like something that's happening, and you're entitled to that. I just think to not like what Mercedes Moné is doing, there's nothing to stop. She is the greatest women's wrestler today in the business. That's nothing. What are they doing right now in WWE with those women to say that any one of them are better than Mercedes Moné? I can't say they're doing anything at this moment. You have a huge mega star like Rhea Ripley, who some of her biggest fans, including Michaela Wonders, is like, wondering what's happening with her lately because they just dwindled her. I thought they packaged and put away Bianca. Oh my God, Montez Ford's wife, Belair. What they're doing to Rhea Ripley is just as worse. It's just as worse. They're not letting these girls get over anymore. You chime in with the Ultimate Monet, unless she loses those other titles, I don't think that she's going to win an AEW Women's Championship storyline-wise. Maybe that, and to me, that could be Ultimate itself right there, Jeffrey. She goes back now and loses, and she becomes 14, 15, 17 belt Monet, and then goes on a losing streak and loses them all. And then she gets the title. They would bitch about that. I'm just letting you know that right now. They would complain about that, Jeffrey. I take AEW giving me my money's worth with a 5-hour pay-per-view over a lackluster 4-match PLE. Now, when you say lackluster, the people in the match are superstars. They're mega superstars. They're Hall of Famers. But I get it. I'll let you have that one. Overpriced 4-match PLC. Listen, that shit probably cost them about an average of $500. They're going to see 4 matches. So I get what you're saying. Mike got the receipts to prove it. What you must be? Yeah, you know, I do. I know. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. So come get a taste. I know that you love it from this. Like everybody says, how many bars you have, Mike Knoxxx? Yeah, I ain't got no more bars, though. That's all I got. That's even I'm recycling shit from the 90s. Okay. Quality over belts over quantity. Belts that I've bought, I won't sell. Bury the shiznit with me. Yeah, I'm with you with that. There are titles that, so I love, my wife hates it. Okay, my wife hates it. And I like having a healthy competition in my house, y'all. It's just what it is. I want them to love each other, but have a healthy competition. I like Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins, because I lived that life, okay, with my cousin, and that wasn't a good life. Okay, I say that. Like, I love them to death. We're great friends today, but we really pitted against each other like pit bulls as kids growing up. So I don't mean in that way. But there's going to be some battles for who's going to get what title when I die. There just is. Okay, there's kids that want certain belts. And right now, as I stand, if I was to die right now, my grandson gets everything. Okay? My wife hates that too, but Logan gets it all. Y'all hear that verbally, right? That's the verbal commission suit. Okay. PLEs, he said, tell me a good storyline with Mercedes Moné. I'm sorry, have you listened to the beginning of the show or just 2 minutes ago? Because her storyline with Tony Storm was amazing. And it's not necessarily the storyline in itself, it's what she's accomplishing. That's the storyline. Some things are written all over your face. I don't have to say a word. You don't have to say. Girl, you gonna get in trouble. I'm here singing R&B. You don't have to say a word. All right, moving on. All right, I would love that, Mike. She goes on a losing streak and has a meltdown before she gets the big one. It's some things are just. And what is WWE doing with that? I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna come back with Vaughn's This Week in Wrestling History. All right, then we're gonna talk about Survivor Series. All right, because I thought Full Gear really, Vaughn, had a good showing. Okay. I really thought they did. So we're going to take a break. Like I said, come back with This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn, and we'll be right back, y'all, with the Mike Knoxxx Show.
Yo, 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 it's prime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson.
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show. That's 3 X's because he's hardcore. Present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn. Yo, 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 yo.
All right, so everybody, it's King Vaughn Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. November 25th, 1989, Jake the Snake Roberts defeated Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, by countout. And of course, the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, fought to a time limit draw, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated Randy Macho King Savage by countout in the main event of the WWF House Show in Madison Square Garden. On the same day in 1992, WWF Survivor Series returned to Richfield for the first time in years, and of course, 2 featured matches on the card were, of course, Bret Hart retained the WWF Championship against Papa Shango, and of course, actually no, that was the wrong one. Or rather, 2 feature matches on the card were Bret Hart defeating Shawn Michaels to retain the WWF Championship. Shawn was the Intercontinental Champion. And of course, the other match was Macho Man Randy Savage and Mr. Perfect were victorious by DQ over Ric Flair and Razor Ramon. This was Perfect's first match booked since, of course, since SummerSlam 91 when we had the back injury. And of course, also on the card, The Undertaker, of course, was victorious over Kamala in the first ever coffin match or casket match. On the same day in 2000,
Yo, it's prime time.
Stone Cold retained the WWF Championship against Kurt Angle in the main event at WWF House Show in Tulsa. And of course, on November 26, 1987, the very first Survivor Series took place at Richfield Coliseum. It was built the biggest event since WrestleMania 3. And of course, in the main event, Andre the Giant's heel team of Butch Reed, King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang, and Rick Rude were victorious over WWF champion Hulk Hogan's team of Bam Bam Bigelow, Don Morocco, Ken Patera, and Paul Orndorff. On the same day in 1987 was the first year that NWA Starrcade did not come from Greensboro Coliseum. Instead, Chicago, was the place where it was. In the main event, Ric Flair defeated Ron Garvin for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And of course, in the semi-main event, Dusty Rhodes defeated Lex Luger for the United States Championship. On the same day in 1994, and now historic Madison Square Garden House Show, Diesel won the WWF Championship in 8 seconds against Bob Backlund, 3 days after Backlund won the title from Bret Hart at Survivor Series in San Antonio. November 27, 1991, WWF Survivor Series took place at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. And of course, that was the same night that Undertaker won his first WWF championship as he defeated Hulk Hogan, and of course in the Gravest Challenge, as it was called. 2005, WWE presented Survivor Series, and the main event saw Randy Orton become the sole survivor for the 3rd consecutive year. And of course, November 28, 1985, Starrcade took place in the Omni in Atlanta, and of course, in the main event, the Rock Roll Express defeated Ivan and Nikita Koloff in a steel cage match to win the NWA World Tag Team Championships. And of course, November 29th, 1999, on an episode of Raw, the win between Stephanie McMahon and Tess was interrupted by Triple H, who played a video revealing that he secretly married an intoxicated Stephanie at a drive-through Las Vegas wedding chapel. And of course, for his birthdays, November 25th, Blackjack Mulligan would turn 83. Of course, Ivory turned 64 on November 26th. November 28th, Davey Boy Smith would turn 63. Ernie Ladd would have turned 87. Mean Gene Okerlund would have turned 83. And of course, November 29th, JBL turns 59. And that's a week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's prime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson.
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Mike Knoxxx Show. That's 3 X's because he's hardcore. Present This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Thank you, Mr. Vaughn, King, that is, for your time with that terrible color scheme of that blue and white. I mean, God, I'm surprised you didn't about how about them Cowboys? If you did, I didn't hear you. So how about this green right there? It's okay. I got that. I'm going to digress. I digress. But, Survivor Series is this week, okay? And in fairness, as I open up this show saying, I'm going to watch it, okay? I will be excited for it because I want it to be good. The difference is, guys, is that the WWE can no longer fool me. I'm a wrestling fan because this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, donate below. Where you can no longer, and I'm quite sure I've been a victim to this as well. Let me just say that, of allowing the pop and circumstance to overshadow the company other than looking at the underbelly. Right? There's always an underbelly. Don't go into a nice restaurant that looks like, oh my God, it's such a nice place to go eat. And you go in the kitchen and it's roaches and bugs everywhere because there's an underbelly, right? The WWE underbelly is they're doing poor booking, right? I chose that picture on the intro of the show, Vaughn, right? Because if you look at it, it's the same Survivor Series team from last year, minus Sami Zayn being replaced by Cody Rhodes. I need more than that. You may didn't like or want to watch Full Gear, but I got an unexpected champion. I'm always going to get blood and guts from them. I got a returning champion. I get a girl who everybody hates on that lost. But again, on this show, BGM all over the place. Okay. It's what we do around here. Okay. On the Mike Knoxxx Show. But I want them to be good. I mean, Dominic Mysterio is one of the future top stars of the WWE. We called it years ago. I'm not the only person. We love Dirty Dom. We complained, not I, that he lost, but I said he would wrestle Cena on this way out. Not one match, not two matches, but he would have a third match. I believe my pick for this, Vaughn, is him getting his title back in this. I think he wins at the moment. And right now, yo, Vaughn, I'm gonna bring you on screen. Give me a second, because we're going through the matches, winners and losers. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up in here, my guy. Let me go ahead and just bring you up in here. Pause. And switch this out right here. Bring you up top here. Okay. Wow. And that's what we have. So this first match, I believe Dirty Dominic Mysterio wins. John Cena with another dope shirt. I don't care which John Cena shirt I get for Christmas. As long as it ain't that Indianapolis Colts one or something that looks like it's actually the team of the other team, right? Like I'm not a San Diego's Padres fan, but this color scheme is fire on this shirt. Even the Yankee one in New York at Madison Square Garden last week, I would even rock that, and I hate the Yankees. Right? So family listening, I want the hair, I want the armband, I want the towel, I want it all. Okay? And then I realized I already got a shirt, but I want another one. I want the towel and anything else. So don't judge me. Just love me. Okay? Right. But that's all I want to see. But I got him winning this match relatively easy, Vaughn. Who you got winning this match here?
Yeah, I'm going with Dirty Dom getting the belt back. I think they were just doing this just for Cena to be a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah,
so just to pad his resume. I think that's really what it was.
I agree with you for sure on that one. And then winning this match, if Cena wins, I won't lie to you. I don't necessarily think I would get actually mad if he won this match, right? Then we get old Nikki Bella taking on Stephanie Valkyrie, and it can only be a match described to help get Stephanie Valkyrie over. But I asked myself, as I told you about booking earlier, why is she in this match booking this and not one of them other top stars?
Right.
How does Nikki Bella come back and get herself in this match? Because they're a star-driven company utilizing all their assets of the past to get over and not the future. And that's my problem with the WWE. If you want to have a storyline, then build it. I get somebody say, well, they kind of have one. You're right. Couple weeks they've been hanging. She turned on her. I loved it last week on Raw. I thought Raw last week was good. No one complains about Raw. We complain about how SmackDown was bad. But SmackDown was good last week as well. Even though there was a taping last week that I don't want to talk about or look up, that I saw one little snippet. It was like, damn. Okay. But to me, there's a lot of other women. I'm a huge Nikki Bella fan, Vaughn, that could be in this spot other than Nikki. But I think Stephanie Valkyrie wins this match. How about you?
Oh, I agree. It's definitely Stephanie. Now, if somebody told me, that in 2025, Nikki Bella would put in more effort and more time in the ring than AJ Lee, then I would have laughed at you. But it's clearly that's the case. But with that being said, I'm still going with La Primera. Stephanie Bakir retain the title.
There you have it. And DC, clearly doesn't like this, I reckon, with the snore and the Homer Simpson drool there.
Man.
Jeffrey chimes in, Stephanie retains as well. And then that gets us to the women's elimination chamber. That's how it kind of feels. War Games match. And again, yet I'm not happy with the choices of how they got there. That's my problem with this Survivor Series overall. I haven't liked the steps to it. But I thought SmackDown did an awesome job. I got to just say it where it is. And my voice a little bit better, y'all, so excuse me, because she did join the match. And they had a one-on-one last week because she said, I'm not going to, I don't trust Rhea Ripley. And that is Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
That's it.
She gets in. I love how Becky got herself involved as well. Absolutely. AJ's coming out and smack right in the face. So I loved it because I think, I used to love Becky Lynch in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I love big time Bex.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the man Becky Lynch. But this thing she's done since coming back, and especially since Steph has gotten hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cinema.
Do not talk about me and my hot husband. Me and my hot husband are the greatest wrestling couple of all time. But wait a minute, at one point that would have been you and your... Oh wait, you can't see him anymore.
How can y'all not what Becky Lynch has been doing, yo? I'm going to say it here. I said it before. No one's come to challenge me in this yet. Tell me a better female on the microphone than Becky Lynch this past. Like, her,
Nobody.
She cut shit, man, like some Wu-Tang Clan shit.
Like a sword.
I am scared to pick this one, Vaughn, and it's because I do have a Queen Naya's on the other side. Okay?
Yeah.
Last Legend finally gets called up. The way
Right.
the Kabuki Warriors came back together, I think this whole thing is, of course, set up for Io Sky, Kairi Sane to take the loss in this. Either her or, but you know what? This is the one I'm unsure about. Okay? More than any of them, but I have to pick a winner. I'm going to go with Team Becky Lynch. Who you got winning this one?
Honestly, agreed, and for different reasons, though. The reason why, especially because now that Lash is, Lash Legend's on the main roster, her and Nia, to establish themselves as a tag team, what better way than something like this? She's already caught enough losses on NXT anyway, so it's just like, a good thing about it is that you want to give the best first impression, and also with the Becky factor, it's already bad enough that she lost to AJ, and AJ, just became a one hit wonder, if you will. And just left out and left Becky hanging to dry and losing to Mid Maxine, losing the title. So it's just like, you know what? If I'm
they
Becky,
call her Becky Hogan. All she does is get girls over. Okay.
Come on now.
And I'm sorry, Jeffrey, it's not Team Rhea. It is Team AJ Lee. You see who's in the front of that picture? Because I was wondering whose team it was. Who's in the middle of the five? This is Team AJ Lee to me. Yeah, even though we got the mega star, which is, without a doubt, Rhea Ripley, this. And then, Vaughn, to close out the show and to close out our picks and this 4-match pay-per-view that maybe people are like, are you serious? Yes, it's another 4-match pay-per-view. We do get the men's side of things. Team Lesnar versus Team Cody. With Roman. To say Team Cody, but you got Roman and CM Punk is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's Team Brock on the other side to me. He's the biggest star there.
Yeah.
But if I'm picking Team Becky to win, I have to pick Team Cody to win this match.
Yeah.
Okay. But guess what? I'm not. I'm going to continue to say this. All right, which means I'm probably wrong on that other prediction because this is what I want to have. This is my fantasy booking. If Jimmy Uso does not turn on his family, he will forever be in purgatory of being a non-star.
Yeah.
Everyone has exploded but him. The question also, people say, well, he doesn't want to explode. He's probably happy where he is. I get that. If that's what he wanted, that's fine. Look at the R-Truth. Nothing but a comedy act. We love him, but a comedy act.
Yeah.
Would that be Jimmy Uso? If you're ever going to do something with him, if you're ever going to progress this storyline, I think Jimmy had to do something, and I'm going with Jimmy Uso to turn on his family and help out Team Lesnar. Your picks in this. Your thoughts in this.
My team, I'm going with Team Zootopia, a.k.a. Team Cody with Roman and Punk. You know what I mean? Since Zootopia 2's coming out. But like I said, I'm going with that team, you know, and you know, it just because, like I said, like, I mean, of course, even though Lesnar came back, it's just like, it doesn't hit the same, especially side note, it doesn't hit the same since Randall Keith Orton is not part of Survivor Series. That's Mr. Survivor Series basically. But the thing is, in this aspect, I would go with Team Cody. You know what I mean? It's, because it's just like, I don't really like with both these teams. I don't really see too much of an appeal. It's more of a copy paste.
It is, that is the appeal. I can't help to say the star power in this match. That to me is intriguing in itself. But again, past Survivor Series and being hype, and yes, I'm supposed to be hyped to if this is a mid pay-per-view, and that's a shame. It's the 39th edition of the Survivor Series just because the way it was thrown together. Yes, all the stars are aligned to be great, and probably guess what, guys? It probably will be great. They do put on good PLEs, but I want more than a good pay-per-view. I want a good, consistent storyline. Vaughn, as always, thank you for joining into the show. Listen, guys, I'm going to get my black ass up out of here. So listen, you already know what to do. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. That's crazy. And then, Mike, what, who, what, how, where? Is it coming?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
I mean, and always still love my boats and hoes. And you think you're better than me.
Stop it. Get some help.
Please understand.
Message.
Because I'm the best thing going today. And if you think for any other chance that I'm not.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
I'm out here, y'all. How about them birds?
How about them cows?
My tongue for no one.